Welcome. My name is Cristiana Malacara. I am your host of Somos, Hispanos. We are honored to be here at the 12th Annual Gay Onda Awards Ceremony. The 12th Annual Gay Onda Premios Awards Ceremony is where the community comes together to nominate the best of the best within the Great Lakes Bay region of 2023. Stay tuned as we highlight the nominees and celebrate their outstanding contributions. Hello, tonight we have Leonard Hernandez, the MC tonight for the 12th Annual Premios Award Ceremony hosted by Gay Onda. Leonard, what is the importance of this event to the community?
Well, the importance is to honor those that normally don't get honored. So it showcases people that do things in our community that pretty much uplift and keep the culture going. So basically, it's to give those who does not get the spotlight usually, we put that on them and give them the glory that they deserve.
Wonderful. And from my understanding, these people were nominated by other fellow community members.
Correct.
Can you talk about the importance of that?
Well, with that, I feel like by being nominated by the community leaders, basically it shows that you're doing something that they're recognizing, and it's offering them to be able to basically show that they are recognized by them, and it gives them that ability to know that someone cares.
So after looking at the lineup, we saw people that have been nominated
Yes.
from education to music to their longevity and even a legacy award.
Correct.
So when going through that list, I know we can't highlight everyone in the community, but this is the 12th annual. What is the importance of keeping this going every year?
Well, keeping it going, what it does is it keeps everyone involved in the community, and it also lets you know who's actually doing what in the community. So by keeping this going, it's basically giving everyone that, like I said in the beginning, that does not get highlighted, a chance to be highlighted for the things that they do.
Leonard, could you tell us a little bit about yourself and your background?
All right, my name's Leonard Hernandez, and I am the MC for tonight. I'm a local DJ. I've been DJing for 17 years, and I was also one of the first recipients of the award Premios. When I first got with K Onda, it was the first ceremony. It was in Bay City. And it was a little small place, so to see him go from that to this is very awesome, and it's very nice to see him highlighted in this way, because we went from a small room over a well, I would say a bar, you know what I mean, to where we are now at the Horizon. So I do give him a lot of gratitude and a pat on the back for where he has brought the Premios.
You're right. There has been a lot of growth and development over the last 12 years to the entire organization.
Correct.
Receiving your award, how did that make you feel?
It made me feel honored. It made me feel recognized. It made me feel like I was a part of the community, because usually you're not recognized unless organizations like this do what they do with having awards like this. Sorry to laugh. But, so basically it made me felt like someone that was doing something for his community, and it was an honor to be recognized by them.
Great. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you so much.
Today we are here with Miguel Torres, one of the founders of Gay Onda. We are highlighting many people from the community at the 12th Annual Gay Onda Premios Award Ceremony. Miguel, can you tell us how this award ceremony started?
Well, it started back in 2013. We started it in Washington Lanes in Bay City at a little bar called Pinsetters. And the goal was to highlight Latino musicians, DJs, because at the time there was a big scene. We had like Latino musicians, we had bands playing every week from Texas, California, and it was like nobody ever recognized them. I mean, the Latino movement at the time wasn't as big as it is now, and we were like, but everybody was always going to wondering, like, hey, where's the dances? I mean, what new bands are coming out? So basically, this is kind of like our way to show the community, what bands are here, who's playing what, not only in Tejano music, but like we honor like Spanish hip hop artists. We recognize the people that are doing rock music, country, so a variety of music.
So today we're not just honoring musicians, we're also honoring people that are in the community, making a difference through education and legacy awards. Can you tell me a little bit about those people?
Well, right now we're going to be recognizing Monica Reyes, who's been part of the Hispanic Leadership Institute, Great Lakes Bay Hispanic Leadership Institute. We're recognizing her with the Education and Culture Award, and that's a new award that we're doing this year, and that's for somebody, and hopefully, that's for somebody that, the purpose of that award is to recognize someone who's promoting culture and also educating our people.
Wonderful. So the longevity of this, you've been doing this for 12 years. That is amazing. So what does the support look like from the community, but also in your committees within Gay Onda?
It's growing every year, to be honest with you. This is where I never thought that, me and La Chicana, we never thought that this would actually grow to what it is. And every year people are actually looking forward to this award. I know when we announce it on Facebook, when I announce it on my page and La Chicana does it, it's like everybody's like, they rush, they're like, oh yeah, they get excited about it. So we never thought that it would actually, we just wanted, when we started this, we just wanted to, show the community that, we just wanted to give back to the community pretty much and recognize our people. And we didn't know that, it's amazing to see how big it's become.
Well, thank you very much for highlighting all the community members in general through Gay Onda. Can you tell us a little bit about your publishing?
Publishing, okay. We have a group of members. We have an events committee that gets together once a month. It's called Team Gay Onda. We meet every Sunday right now. We're meeting at Barnes & Noble Bookstore. And we have committee members Veronica Flores, Desi Campos, and a number of others that join us every week, and we all just share ideas, and pretty much we all have the same mission to give back to the community.
Well, congratulations on your 12th year. Thank you for sharing all of these great, wonderful people with the community. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
With me now is Miguel Mendoza, also known as Weddle Man. Weddle Man.
Hi. Yes.
Can you tell me how you acquired that name?
Well, let's start from the beginning. We started doing Delta radio, Tejano radio at Delta College on January 1st, 1994. So I just celebrated 30 years. And over the 30 years of doing this, a lot of friends and family always listened. And I had a friend of mine who, one day after the program, he said, hey, we're sitting at his house talking, having a couple beverages, and I don't know what I said, and because I've always been called Weddle since I was a kid. I don't know. He said, Weddle Man, you're crazy. And he went, hey, Weddle Man, you should use that on the radio. So I started, this was probably year one at Delta, so I started using it, Weddle Man. And lo and behold, there's people to this day, they still don't know who I am after 30 years. I have a pretty big listening audience, and some people still don't know who I am. So this year, for the 30th anniversary, they decided, let's do a shirt celebrating your 30 years, So my great niece, Chloe, love her dearly, she said, Uncle Mike, I want to design it. I said, okay. So she got on the iPad and started playing around, and she goes, we need to put your picture on. I'm like, nah, I don't want my picture on. She goes, yeah, let's do an emoji. So she created an emoji and everything, and she created the shirt and told her what we needed to say, and she did a really nice job on it. So we got it all, kind of put together. We sent it to Saginaw Knitting Mills, and they did the final. And so that's what we were offering as a thank you gift this year for our pledge drive. So you'll see it out there. It's got my emoji on the back. It says celebrating 30 years of Tejano music. Con Miguel Mendoza, el Weddle Man. It's got the emoji, and I have a saying that I've always said: "Súbele, turn it up." So it says it on there. Súbele's got the thumbs up, and it's a really cool shirt. But so that's celebrating 30 years, and that's what they're representing or they're gonna acknowledge me for the 30 years of Tejano music for our community.
30 years of Tejano music through Delta College.
Yes.
And also we're acknowledging that today with the Gay Onda Awards.
Yes.
What does that mean to you, receiving a Gay Onda Award?
It's an honor, Sometimes, you go to Delta. I go there every Saturday, and I try to be live. I'm one of the few DJs that goes live on Saturdays, even at the station. So I like to connect with my audience and my listeners, and that's why I do it, so I can connect with them. And when I do pledge drives, I tend to do better because people know who I am and they listen to the show. And so for them to acknowledge my 30 years of service, that's an honor, I appreciate that.
Well, thank you, Weddle Man, for being here today. An additional 30 years of service through Delta College. That's phenomenal. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. And so, see, here's a perfect example. We've never met before, right?
No.
So there you go. Now you know I'm on Saturdays and 1 o'clock. So now you can tune in. And like I said, we need to cross-promote each other. So when you get a chance, let me know, and you can come in, and we'll do some cross-promotions between TV and radio.
Sure will. Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you.
Good evening. On behalf of my daughter, Evie Guzman, I am honored to accept this award. Unfortunately, she would not be here tonight. She could not be here tonight, but she sends her most heartfelt thank you to Miguel, Christina, and the Onda organization, and to the community for recognizing her work at Delta College Public Radio 90.1 and her program, El Sol Latino.
But no, it's an honor. It truly is an honor. And, really quick, most, probably ask, have questions, who inspired, what's your inspiration, who inspired you? I like to think, my dad, he can't be here today, but he loved music. He loved music, and he didn't play very much. He didn't play a little bit of accordion, but he bought instruments, and there was always instruments laying around the house. I don't know why he bought so many instruments he didn't know how to play, and my mom, she would get so upset, with my dad, because he would buy all these instruments, and she's like, Frank, why are you buying all these instruments? You don't even know how to play, and he's like, well, for the boys, and so he had this deep desire, for music, and I think that spilled over onto me and onto my brother, and I think that's my inspiration, and that's where I got it from.
I want to thank everybody here for welcoming me into your community. I arrived here a year ago making the bold statement, I'm going to bring salsa to the Tri-Cities. A lot of people said, no, that's not going to happen. Well, I've been working with Miguel here at his events, doing some little salsa lessons here and there, teaching down in Detroit, but now I'm thrilled to announce just this past week we reached an agreement with My Table up in Bay City to do a weekly salsa event, salsa, bachata, merengue, and cumbia every Sunday. So I look forward to seeing everybody there at that.
We would like to thank you all. We are Culturas del Sol from Flint, Michigan. We just celebrated our 10-year anniversary. I most importantly want to thank all these families and these beautiful little chicas right here with me. Without them, I wouldn't have a group. I wouldn't have the opportunity without the community supporting us. So we thank you. We're honored. You guys really know how to do it up big here in Saginaw. We love coming to see you at every event you guys have. A big special thanks to Miguel, wherever he is. You're wonderful. Keep up the great work. It takes a lot to do all of this. So all of you community members receiving awards, kudos to all of you. Let's keep our culture alive and well. Thank you.
I stand on the shoulders of a lot of great DJs, professional DJs I've learned from. Ricky D, Rick Diaz, Rick Rock, Rick Martinez, Frank Medell, Henry Hernandez, Big Hank, Mike Hernandez, Weddleman's in the house. Un aplauso para Weddleman, all right? One of my peers, man. Learned a lot from these guys. These are professional DJs, guys, all right? So stand on the shoulders of a lot of great professional DJs, learn from a lot of great guys. And if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here. So this is Achievement Award is because of them, all right? I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them, all right? So thank you again. You guys have a blessed night. God bless you, and thank you, Miguel and all the Onda staff and everybody here, all right? Have a good time, all right? Thank you.
thank you everyone for acknowledging, I don't want to say me, it's for the Great Lakes Bay Hispanic Leadership Institute, and I was honored to have Miguel part of the program last year, and he graduated and was really a mentor and a friend to a lot of the people that have graduated. And I see about 15 or 20 of our graduates here. We have been the program has been on for about 15 years, and we hope 15 more. Bringing these young leaders up to work in the community, to contribute to our region, to contribute to our country, and to our state. And so I thank Miguel and Onda for this recognition, and this is for all our leaders that come after us. Thank you.
I just want to say thank you to the community. It's what I do it for. I write Tejano cumbia remixes for the next generation so they can listen and know the Spanish songs. I do all the older generation stuff, bring it back to life. So it's a lot of work, you know, and I really love my community. You guys support a lot of what I do, and I just thank you for it so much. As my name gets bigger and bigger year by year, I won't forget you guys. I won't forget my city, where I come from, no matter what happens. And I love you all for that, all right?
Wow. If you guys would have asked me on January 1st, 1994, if I'd be doing this for 30 years, I probably would have thought you were crazy. But, you know, the more I got into it, as the years went on, you know, I got into it a little bit more. I met new people. I got to know Luis Flores very, very well, just like Jesse said. Hung out a lot with him at the record shop. Got to know a lot of different music with Luis and Josie, and they were big mentors of mine as well. Got to know Frank Medell and Jesse and all the guys, and Leonard and Mosca, and we all talk and collaborate. You know, we work together, and that's what it's about. You know, you have to come together and stick together as a group. You know, it's not about outdoing each other, it's about working together, and that's what we did. We had a fun time doing it. I'm still doing it. I'm Saturdays at 1 o'clock. The biggest question they've always asked me is, where the heck did you learn to speak Spanish? Well, my mom and dad, okay? So my mom and dad from a little town called Asherton, Texas. Anybody? I know that place. Yeah, Asherton, Texas, that's where they're from. Mi abuelito me decía, mijo, cuando tú crezcas tienes que seguir hablando español. That way, you know, when people hear you, they won't forget you. My grandpa used to tell me that you got to learn, you got to speak Spanish as you grow up. And it always stuck with me, you know, and I did. So to this day, after 30 years, I still meet people who have never met me, and I've been on the radio for 30 years. They're like, oh, you're the Güero Man. Yeah, that's why they call you the Güero Man. Yeah, that would be it. So, you know, but yeah, I'd like to thank Miguel and Premios que Onda for this fantastic award. Joe, everybody here, fantastic staff here at the Horizons Conference Center. You guys are doing a fantastic job. So thank you to all of you for still supporting and still listening after all these years. Will I be doing it another 30 years? I don't know, but I still love what I do, and I still have fun doing it. So thank you all very much, and keep on tuning on. And como dice el Güero Man, súbele. Uy.
Mingo was an asset to our community, especially our St. Joe's Church on 6th. He was usher there for over 18 years, and no matter where we were at, the next day he was in church greeting you. Hey, sugar, how you doing? Who's your daddy? A lot of his famous sayings. He's very missed. If you guys get a chance, we did a special tribute and got a billboard in his honor on South Washington and East Remington, and it's a double billboard, and the saying says, the best memories were made with you. And on behalf of the Rodriguez family, we're honored, especially B, that's here, and the rest of the family, Ramon, the oldest son, and Jesse, the youngest son. Thank you. We love you guys, and continue to believe and just make a difference in this. And who don't know me, I'm the first city council Latino woman in Saginaw. So si se puede, we can do it. There's no reason why we're not at these tables. But at tonight, this award is for Mingo Rodriguez.
And I wanted to say a word about Tony Cervantes. All of you know him as Chayo, El Chayo. He did the Ondas en Español on the AM out of Michigan State University. Do you all know that he was very professional? He very active in his community, you know, in Lansing. He very active in his church, Cristo Rey. And just so much he did for his community through the radio, just like Weddleman, being there, giving everybody the music they want to hear. We had, me and Miguel went to his funeral when he passed. Last year. I know that when I listened to the radio, he inspired me and gave me all kinds of shout outs. That's what he did, you know. He had his family on his show, and he was just a real generous man for his community, and we honor him.
Everybody, like he said, we do get into it a lot. But at the end of the day, like I told him, we are leaders of this community, and we have to show people that sometimes we have bad days, but at the end of the day, we have to do it for y'all. We have to make sure that we present ourselves professionally for everybody, because that's what we're here for, to give back. So now I need y'all to chip in and give back too. We're gonna be having a couple of pop-ups, a couple of food drives, so you guys continue to spread the word. I appreciate this, and I appreciate y'all. More to come, a lot more to come.
First of all, I just want to thank God for giving me the opportunity to be here. A lot of you guys don't know I got shot 20 years ago, so I'm glad to be here. And I thank God, you know, for giving me a lovely daughter with my 3 beautiful grandkids and a wonderful son-in-law. And I want to thank Miguel, you know, because I joined Miguel after I've been with some other groups before, and I just tell them, you know, we just got to keep going forward. And like they say, si se puede.
First, we had a lot of great talent here. And speaking of great talent, is everybody ready to hear me sing? Well, I'm sorry, I ain't gonna. I'm just gonna talk. And I don't got my phone, I'm kind of old, so I had to write some things down. First, thank you, Miguel, que onda. As Miguel said, I came here a few years ago. We got a table. I heard about what he said about needing some help. I decided, hey, I will help you set up some tables or do whatever it takes. I didn't realize I was gonna take on the role that I did. And instantly my family jumped in. My son could not be here today, but my daughter Rihanna, my wife Jessica, it wasn't even a question. They said, what do you need? How can we help? They were there instantly, so thank you guys. I mean, our daughter here is like our biggest marketing person right here. She does a lot for us. But the reason I did get involved, there's been a lot of talk about changing your life and doing different things. Without getting into detail, I didn't live the most honest life before, but I moved to Nebraska for a good 13 years, and on my path to change and on the way back, we have this little mindset of leave things better than the way you were there when it was presented to you. Leave it better. I wanted to know how I could give back to Saginaw. How could I do anything better? Because I didn't give much before, but I was involved in a lot of the organizations around here. I did a lot as a teenager in the Hispanic community. And speaking of that, big influencers, Mike Mendoza, 30 years, every morning or afternoon, no matter where I went, any family, any friend, the Tejano program was playing. He got us ready for every quinceañera, dances. He put us in that mood to get ready to go out and see the next big band like Grupo Vida, Ruben Vela, when anybody came around. So thank you very much. Also my parents, my grandparents, Mary Paul Najar, my grandparents, Margaret, and the late Arturo Lopez, who passed away in 2022. People like that is the reason my roots run deep and they don't run dry. So thank you very much. And matter of fact, Vinny Rodriguez, one of the most talented people I ever came across in my life. No matter your age or whatever, people can always influence you, and Vinny did just that. Always seen him play. Everybody else, thank you to the community. I don't mean to be up here so long, but every vendor, every band member, every community person that I've shaken a hand with, thank you for allowing me and my family to come into your lives. And before I go, I would like to say, happy 17th anniversary, babe. Appreciate you.
Next thing you know, Miguel's, hey Bill, can you help out? What do you want me to help you with, Miguel? Come on, man, help me out with this program. I said, okay, I'll do it. So next thing you know, here I am, talking about sponsoring and getting scholarships for children. That's an incredible thing to me. I never had the opportunity to go to school. I was in the 6th grade and I ran away from home and I never went back. It was the most shameful thing in the world. But sometimes life, like you said, God sends you in certain places, makes you do certain things. Sure enough, that was me. So I told Miguel, I will help. So I have been. So every year, I try to do more and more and more. Ron Clack, incredible man. He's with the Saginaw Optimist Club. The Saginaw Optimist Club and McDonald Cadillac and me, we are going to do something special this year. We're going to give away 4 scholarships, not just 2. We're going to get the money together and we're going to do 4 scholarships.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And make sure to click that bell icon to stay notified when we upload new content. Videos like this are only possible because of viewers like you. To help support this channel, click on the link in the description below. We'll see you next time.